Hello, Intermediate Algebra. Welcome back. So today, you've already gone through completing the square, the intro. The intermediate definitely got a little bit harder. Now we're doing the actual completing the square. They're going to come in one of two formats. I've left both problems up here. You're going to see it where it's going to be here, where you have g of x, and your answers all go on the right side of the equation. You've done this before. Or they're going to write it on this way where it equals 0, and you're going to be moving part of the answer to the other side of the equation, which we've also done that before. So let's get through it and look at it. So I'm going to take this top equation right here. I'm just going to simply rewrite that so it's right here for us. Then you're going to notice in this next step, I'm going to section off, I'm going to put parentheses just around this portion right here. And we're just going to move that -6 off to the side, and we are going to do a perfect square with this one. The only deal now is, like before, you're used to having this number be like a number like 10, where half of it's 5, and then it's 25, and it's easy numbers. Now we're getting into the not quite so easy numbers. They're still very doable, but we're still going to do the same thing. So you know that this number right here would be a -1. So to follow that rule, C equals B divided by 2 quantity squared, we're still going to do that. We're going to plug in -1 for the B because that's what the B equals from right here. That's our -1. We're going to divide it by 2, and then we're going to square it. And -1 divided by 2 squared simply comes out to be 1/4. So we are truly, by doing this, we are adding 1/4 or 0.25 to this side right here. Now, when we rewrite this, here's the deal. First question is, you're probably going to ask, why is this 1? Where did this 1 come from? You'll notice when we've done factoring before, what did these two numbers have in common? Not the x term, but what number did they have in common? And in this case, they didn't have a number in common, so we just say they had a 1 in common. Okay, had they had a number in common, like if this had been a 4 and this had been an 8, then we'd pull a 4 out of each of those, but they didn't. Okay, then we take the number here, this 1/2 that this came out to be, the -1/2, and that's the number that goes right here, so -1/2. And we know when we squared the -1/2, it ended up being 1/4 or 0.25. So truly, by doing this, we're adding 0.25 to this side of the equation. Well, the opposite of adding 0.25 to nullify that is to take away 0.25. Well, we're already taking away 6, so if we take away an additional 0.25, it's taking away 6.25. So these red numbers are the numbers that go right up in here. We have the 1 from here, we have the -1/2 that came from right here, and we have the -6.25 that came from right here. All right, let's try this one more time, only this time we've got it going on this side of the equation. So I'm going to take the top equation, just rewrite it here. I'm going to kind of section off or isolate these two terms right here in this next one. Then we have to take our C term. What is half of 3 squared? So again, for our C term, we take our 3, we divide it by 2, and we square it. Well, 3 squared is 9, 2 squared is 4, so that's where we get the 9/4 from. Or 9 divided by 4 simply equals 2.25. So by doing this, and by putting that number in there, and by placing this 3/2 in for this spot here, we're truly adding 2.25 to the equation. Okay. Oh, and I did something wrong here. Notice I took away 3. I mean, I did it right, but I have not moved it to the other side yet, which I've got to do here, which I think means that my answer above is going to be a little bit wrong. If I take away, so by adding 2.25, that means I take away an additional 2.25 from this side. But if I want to move this to the other side, it would become a positive 30.25. So our answers should be 3/2 should go, and I'll try and shrink that up to fit right there. A positive 3/2 goes right here. And then we should have a positive 30.25 that goes on this side right here. Hopefully that makes sense because we had to move this one to the other side. That's what you're doing, guys. Good luck to you. I'm on Google Hangouts to help you. Bye-bye.